Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures and Forex Market Preview for Tuesday, the 2nd of March, 2021. Hope you had a good trading day on Monday. We had a little money on the stock side. Futures were not exciting. Forex was definitely not exciting. It was just a little gap up. We'll see it in a minute. But again, an up day. Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market futures form. As you can see, again, like I said, it was an up day, but it just recovered a lot of what we did over the last week. Let's go through the major daily charts. Crude oil 59.83 down 81 cents. Gold down $10.80 to 17.12. Gold is not doing, everything's going into the cryptocurrencies, not the gold, right? S&P cash gains 90.67, big gain for the S&P, but again, a chunk of that was a gap, so just keep that in mind. Nasdaq 100 up 373.50, and again, a chunk of that was the gap, as you'll see when we show you the intraday action. SOX up 101 points, still operating under that 13 sell signal. Biotech's up 80. The Russell 2000 gains 74 points, kind of been flat for the last month. The VIX back down $4.60. Remember, this thing jumped from 20 to 30 pretty quick, and still using that red static trend line around 21, which is interesting as a support level. Trend closes at 0.73, puts the 10-day moving average at 0.99, which is pretty neutral. But if I count the days backward, the problem is that we had that huge day up over 220 on Friday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the low numbers are going to drop off. So we're not going to get the 10-day moving average down under 0.85 anytime soon, and that's what would be a sell signal. Now, this is more interesting. A big up day, but NASDAQ volume 5 billion shares. This is the lightest volume of 2021. This is not a holiday. Volume's just decreasing. And so this is going to be really interesting to watch and see what it means to the markets. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 2361. That's the most positive market breadth we've seen in a year. Think about that. More stocks up than down than any other day for a year. Advanced decline ratio on the New York plus 1914. That's a top 5. 10 totally. Google gains $47.75, puts it back near the highs. Apple up $6.53, not near the highs. Netflix up $11.79, not near the highs, and still where it was back on 4th of July week. Amazon up 53.21, same story, still in the candle, the daily candle from 4th of July. Tesla up 42.93. Strange day there. You can see the spike up and back. Facebook up $7.29, still in the candle from August of last year. Zoom gains 36.05. Goldman Sachs gains 11.69. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down $1.89. The Dow was up 603 points to 31,000. That's not a new high, but it's certainly close, and Bitcoin's sitting just under 50,000 after having pulled back a bit from 58,000 down to 45,000, which is a decent pullback in 2 days. But now we're kind of in the middle of that range. Intraday action here on the ES, like I said, you can see the Friday, the plunge late in the day. Then we turn around and gap up and just drift higher for the first 2 hours into lunch. And then after that, it's just dead flat. Tried to push up, came back, closed where we started lunch. Nothing exciting there. On the NASDAQ side, pretty much the same story. Dip on Friday, late in the day, gap up. That's half the move, right? Then you go flat for an hour, then you push up, then it's flat, and then one more push after lunch, and then it's flat. So it's not really a lot of excitement here in the markets, while we did have the days that we had. In terms of economic data on Tuesday here in the U.S., you've got the TIP IBD economic optimism number and Ward's total vehicle sales. And that's it. Not a lot there. So there's some other stuff around the globe, but we will just call it as we can. I've already posted the report. Just 2 long ideas. Not a lot came up in the scans. So we will just see how it goes. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Tuesday.